What's up, everybody? Welcome to Hammer Down Motorsports. Today behind me we have our 2022 F350 Platinum, and we got a brand new product from Wolfbox to try out on our truck. So let's open it up and see what we got. All right, so as you guys know, there are so many drivers on the road and you want to keep a monitor on what's going on, front and back. I've already mounted our rear camera. You can see right there. I actually put it onto this license plate frame so I don't have to drill any holes into the actual truck. So that is already there, but that comes with our kit. You can see here the model we got from Wolfbox is the G840S. And this is our main unit that's going to go over our rear view mirror. And then we have a easy plug right here for our power. You can just plug that into your cigarette lighter or whatever. And it is nice because on the back side of it, you do have a USB as well. So you can still utilize that plug even though you're getting power for your camera. And there's no camera that's going to go onto the windshield or anything like that. This goes directly onto your factory rear view mirror with these rubber straps. You can see on the other side, it does still have a reflective part to it, so when it's off it still works as a mirror. It's also very nice, and the camera is integrated right into this piece, so everything is very seamless and looks really good on the truck. So also we do have our power cord right here, and it does have the option to use this as a reverse camera as well. You just hook this to your reverse light. We already have a factory reverse camera, so I don't think I'm going to need to utilize that, but it is there as an option if you need it. And then we do have our GPS unit here as well, so you can see your speed, your direction, all that kind of thing that's going to be included on your recording. We also have this installation kit right here, which comes with another set of these rubber attachments that go around the backside of your rear view mirror. We have the shorter ones on there now. I'm gonna have to try and see how thick our rear view mirror on the F350 is, if we need the longer ones or the shorter ones, but plenty of options there. And we have two in the kit. We also do have a couple different mounting options for our rear camera as well. So you can use the two-sided 3M. There's two of these with our kit. There's some extra screws because I already used two of them on our mounting over here, but that's what we went with, and there's plenty of ways to do this, so if you want to do it differently than I did, you definitely can do that as well. Also included in the kit, you do get these, which are just a little place to pop the wire into, and then you have the two-sided tape on the other side, and you can route your wires and keep them out of any areas that they're going to be hanging down or in the way. So in addition to our standard kit that everything comes with our camera, we did get couple of options as well. This kit right here is actually the module that allows your truck to record while everything is turned off. So you have your truck off, it's sitting there, and something happens and the camera can actually record by using this kit here. You have a bunch of fuse taps, all that kind of thing that will allow you to install that. And in this bag over here was the extended length cable for the rear camera, because being that the truck is so long, the standard length is a little bit too short, so they sent us this as well so we could add that in addition to everything else that we installed here on the truck. Well, our weather is pretty insane today. I hope you guys can see we've got some really heavy winds. Everything is blowing around out here like that. So we're gonna do our best. Obviously, it's gonna take some time to be able to get wiring everything where we want it to be for our final product, but we do have everything hooked up for now, just in a way that's gonna show us how the camera works without having to spend, I mean, when I do wiring, I spend a lot of time doing it. It does come with this cleaning cloth right here, so we're gonna clean off our camera, and I have it right here on our rearview mirror. Obviously you can see these two wires are going to be out of the way, and I have the GPS module just kind of sitting up here for now. That does have the two-sided tape on it. I'm gonna have to route that into our headliner, and we have to work with the A-pillars and all that kind of stuff to be able to get our wires where we want them, but for right now this is gonna work and just show us our operation of our camera. All right, so we're gonna turn our truck to accessory. And there we go. Our power up screen. See what type of view we get out of our camera. Okay, you can see our hood right there, and then we can actually, you can adjust your mirror itself, or you can actually go onto the camera itself, move it up or down, right, left, all that kind of thing. Let's go. right about, I don't want too much of the hood, but a little bit of the hood. And there's our view there. So now let's go to, oh, there, I just took a picture. So there's that ability. So it's right there, nice and easy, touch screen. You can take a picture if there's something that you want to save for later. We do have our brightness, so you can turn your brightness up and down. We have our record button here, on and off, so you can turn that off if you need to. And then we have our time and date and everything up here in the corner. We need to set that, but that is also available to you. We'll go into our little gear right here. Look at our display modes. So we have the rear cam. Let's see. Okay, so that is inverted. So we need either, I think there's got to be a way to flip that around. Oh, that's going to our front camera. That's showing us both. I have to play with the settings here a little bit, and we'll see if we can flip that rear camera around. All right, so in our little gear for our settings, I went over here to rear camera flip. So let's see if that fixes it. Yep, there we go. So now we have our rear camera over there, our front camera's over here. You can do it in a split screen like this, or you can just have just the front or just the rear, depending on what your viewing pleasure is. But I like to have both just on there as we have it right now. It's going to make it a little bit easier to see everything at one time. But you can actually turn it into a screensaver as well, so it can turn off after 30 seconds. Or I have it turned off right now, so it will stay on the entire time while we're driving. So you do have a live view up there, which is actually really nice. You can actually go in as well, and if it doesn't have the gear, it means it's recording. So we'll go over here, and then we can go into your recording settings. We have exposure, we have screen brightness, screensaver, click tone, volume setting, Wi-Fi, resolution, display mode, sound record, loop recording, G-sensor, fatigue reminder. We do have mirror flip for the front and the rear. We do have reversing line, little options right here, so you can change that if you want. You can move it one way or the other, depending on what you want for your reverse camera, if you want to hook that up. We also have speed limit, GPS stamp, speed stamp, language, clock settings, time format, all that kind of thing. There is your time style, time zone, DST, the flicker. What does the flicker mean? So you can go 50 hertz or 60 hertz. You can format your SD card, because it does come with an SD card as well. And there's a bunch of other stuff that you can do on here. There's a ton of options. It's a very easy to use camera. And just in the few minutes that I've been trying it out, you can see that I've got it pretty well set up and ready to roll. We also have right here our playback. So you can go down through your files and play it back right here on the screen. You can also put the SD card that it does come with in your computer, and you can use your files like that as well. And also your sound, you can turn it on and off right here just by pushing the little microphone. And then if you don't want the interior noise or a conversation or anything like that to be on your video, you can just turn that off real quick, and very quick and easy to use. So it's a nice cloudy day out here on the highway. You can see we have the Wolfbox running without the screensaver on, so you can see our display. We do have our GPS calibrated now, showing our miles per hour and our direction that we're going. And you can see the rear camera is in a really good location there on top of the license plate. Gives us a really good view of the rear of the truck and everything behind us. And then you can see the front view there as well. We do have a 4K camera in the front and 1080p in the rear, and you can adjust those as well in the settings. But this is a very nice clean way to have a dash cam without having something stuck to the windshield. Just kind of integrates into something that's going to be there anyway, and just I like things to look as factory as possible, but do the function that the factory didn't have. Obviously, there's no dash cam from the factory on these trucks just yet, so this is really going to scratch that itch as far as accessories go. And we do have our time set now properly, and our date, all that. So just going through the settings is very easy to do. You can go through and make sure everything is exactly the way that you want it. And once we have our wiring run, this is going to be a very nice clean install. So there it is, everybody, our brand new Wolfbox dash cam in the Super Duty. Definitely a high quality setup. So check the link in the description to get yours. And big thanks to Wolfbox for sending this out. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And as always, keep that hammer down.